like a 90% chance you'll hook up, but really, no, don't do it. Even if you don't hook up, you don't care. But you'll hook up, guaranteed.
Okay, Peter, let's move on.
And what was the name of that drug?
But despite our success, something was missing.
Peter, we did it! What's the matter? You still sad about Brandon Lee?
Yeah, I never heard of him before he died, but when he died, it was so sad. But also, it's Lois. She's getting married tomorrow. Somehow all this success feels meaningless knowing I'm about to lose her forever.
Peter, then you need to stop that wedding before it's too late.
But we've got a business to run.
You don't care about this business. All you've ever cared about is Lois. This is your last shot. Peter, you get to that wedding.
They were right. So I decided to get there the way everyone got around in the 90s. Propelled by an explosion.
Do you, Lois, common denominator Peter Schmidt, accept this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Peter? What the hell are you doing here?
Lois, can I talk to you privately?
What is it, Peter?
Before you marry Tom, what's the Mortal Kombat blood code? I keep forgetting.
It's ABACABB, but you can't do this now. You're ruining my wedding.
Lois, if I didn't come here, I'd regret it for the rest of my life. I know I screwed up and I don't deserve you. But I can't stop thinking about you day and night. It's been this way since the day we met. I fell in love with you then, and I'll never stop. Unless Daisy Fuentes felt something?
I didn't.
Lois, you're the only woman for me.
He cheated on you. No daughter of mine is going to marry a cheater.
Daddy's right. Peter, I'm sorry, but you blew it. I was in love with you too, but then you cheated on me. You kissed Daisy Fuentes.
Lois, there's something you should know. He didn't kiss me. I kissed him.
Because you felt something?
Because Carter paid me.
Well, that's something.
Daddy, is that true?
I only did it to protect you from making a huge mistake.
Lois, I may not be as smart or as handsome as the guys your dad wants for you, but I love you more than all of them put together. That's a fact. Just as sure as the Star Wars movies are a perfect isolated trilogy, unmarred by additional canon.
Oh, Peter!
Damn it, stop them!
One by one, members of Lois's family tried to stop me, but I laid them out. There's something about punching someone in a church that just feels good. Cleveland picked us up in a white Bronco.
Why did you have a white Bronco, Daddy?
I was driving my innocent friend OJ and his ex-wife's head down to Mexico.
We eloped at Fenway Park, which I paid 50 grand to rent out the day before the dot-com bubble burst.
I now pronounce this the last straight marriage.
And I think I got swindled on the Fenway deal because there was a game that night.
It's a hit! No! That would have been the game-winning run! The Red Sox lose!
I was having serious regrets about my decision, but was already pregnant with Meg, so there was no backing out.
This bee's chasing me! Somebody call Ace Ventura! Ow! Aww.
Wow, Mom and Dad. I feel like I learned so much tonight. And not just about you guys, but also about the 90s.
Oh, there's a lot more to learn about the 90s, Meg. Like, for instance, are you familiar with a band called Counting Crows?
I think I might have heard them in a Starbucks.
Yes, you have. Anyway, their lead singer is this thing called Adam Duritz. He looks like if Mark Maron had sex with a scarecrow and gave birth to a baby made of hemp.
I always thought he looked like the Cowardly Lion in a suburban white high school production of The Wiz.
That's not what that is?
No, Chris. But actually, the joke's on us, because this sideshow Bob Burnout slept with a primo roster of 90s tail. Jennifer Aniston.
No.
Courtney Cox.
What?
Winona Ryder.
That guy?
Christina Applegate, Lara Flynn Boyle, Emmy Rossum.
Well, this is just making me...
Good evening, I'm Tom Tucker. Diane can't be with us today. Where is Diane, Ollie?
She did!
Thanks, Ollie. Yes, Diane is no longer with us. She was shot by an unknown assailant after she herself committed a series of gruesome murders. I'd like to welcome our new co-anchor, Joyce Kinney. Welcome, Joyce.
Thanks, Tom.
Wow, you sound crazy nervous. In local news, there was a hit and run by a drunk driver today at Quahog Park. 2 children are missing.
I was just there.
Oh boy, don't let Brian see this. It says here that Rush Limbaugh will be signing books at the Quahog Mall.
I have very good hearing. He's awful.
But I thought Rush Limbaugh is a fictional character played by Fred Savage.
Where'd you hear that?
Fox News.
Then it's a lie. Everything Fox News says is a lie.
But this one's true, Mom. You saw it with your own eyes, and then you reported it on Fox News.
Even true things once said on Fox News become lies.
Why's Limbaugh coming here? Don't they have bookstores at the Nazi fascist fat camp where he is a counselor?
I'll tell you what, Brian, if you want, we'll give you another crack at that.
This guy single-handedly set political discourse back 100 years. You know what? I'm gonna go down there and give that bastard Limbaugh a piece of my mind. But first, I'm gonna sit here and stare at this brown paper bag I'm pretty sure has food in it. No!
Ah, oh well.
Look at him. His side screwed up our country for a generation. Hate everything about that man. I'm gonna go tear him a new one.
I'm gonna go find some hardcover photography books of tasteful nudes. Oh my God, yes, that is tasteful.
Hey, my friend, who should I make this out to?
Listen, Limbaugh, my name is Brian Griffin, and I have got something to say to you. Our republic has been bastardized and royally screwed up thanks to you jackasses. You suck, and you're terrible, and you've been divorced several times.
It's valid points you're raising, my friend, and I respect you for raising them, but may I ask you a question?
Okay.
Have you ever read anything I've written?
Well, no, I haven't, but I've read things other people have written about the things you've written, and I do not approve of the things I've read from others about the things they've read from you. Not one bit, sir.
For crying out loud, Brian, read my book. Judge for yourself.
I'd sooner spend a night watching European porn.
Bravo! Snark! Bravo! Snark! Bravo! Snark! Bravo! Snark! Snark!
Stupid right-wing dick. Yeah, you want to sign my book? Yeah, you can sign my ass book, is what would have been awesome to say. Oh no, it's a multiracial TV gang, including white guys.
Well, well, what do we got here? Let's beat him up, but not because of his color, because that doesn't matter to us.
Wow. Thanks, Rush.
It was nothing. I mean, you'd have done the same thing for me.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, you dropped something. You think you might give it a read now?
Well...
What if I stick a piece of baloney in the book and I don't tell you which page? Would you read it then, Brian? Would you read it to find the page with the baloney?
Okay, look, I'll read 4 pages of your book tonight, all right? 4 pages, that's it. And maybe more if tonight's episode of The Office ends up sucking. 4 pages. Done. Moving on.
I know my staplers by sound and by weight. And that stapler, good sir, is a Schrute.
Ha! Look at John Krasinski look at the camera. He can't believe this guy.
Oh, but there were going to be more hijinks in Scranton.
Scranton. Dunder Mifflin. Funny words are funny.
God, Rush Limbaugh was right all along. Conservative republicanism is the answer.
Good. Good for Brian.
Brian, look at this. Now, this is a tasteful nude. It's called A Saucy Outing in Tottenham Court Square.
Brian, are you reading the new Rush Limbaugh book?
Yeah, I picked it up at the mall yesterday. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this might be the best book I've ever read.
Brian, you gotta be joking.
No, I mean it, Lois. You know, I've never actually read any of Limbaugh's stuff, but this book makes an excellent case for personal accountability, fiscal responsibility, and steak eatership.
But you're a hardcore liberal. Rush Limbaugh's a right-wing extremist. He stands for everything you despise.
My loyalty is to reason, Lois, and as a reasonable person, I reserve the right to change my mind when presented with new information that alters my perspective. And I gotta tell you, I had this guy all wrong. I mean, some of the stuff in here is, hey, baloney!
Thank you, friends. It's always a pleasure to meet regular, real Americans.
Love the Hummer, Rush. How do you like it?
It is the best. I'm not saying you have to be gay to drive something else, but if you drive something else, you're probably a guy who likes to pleasure other men sexually. Hey, it's my new friend, Brian.
Hi, Rush. Listen, I have to tell you, I read your book, and it was very persuasive.
I knew you'd like it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brian. I really am.
Oh, I more than enjoyed it. Every page just spoke to me, and you know, talking to you now, I want to find the right words to describe how much I agree with you.
I got the words, Brian. Thank you, Rush, for doing my thinking for me, because I lack the ability to think critically and independently.
Yes, that.
You should be proud of yourself, Brian. I mean, you sound like a thoughtful American.
Well, listen, I'd really love to pick your brain some more and hear some of your other thoughts about what's going on in this country.
I can do even better than that, Brian.
Wow. Never thought I'd set foot inside Republican National Headquarters. This is amazing.
And it gets better, Brian. Come on. I'm going to introduce you to some of my pals here. Brian, meet George W. Bush. Hey, Georgie.
Uncle Rush!
Hey, whoo, you are getting heavy.
I know. I'm 64 3/4.
You sure are, slugger.
Hey, you got one for me?
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Uncle Rush.
I don't know what you're talking about, really.
Come on.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, yippee! Thanks, Uncle Rush. Don't tell my dad.
Hey there, Rush. How you doing?
Hey, John. Hey, I'd like you to meet my friend Brian. Brian, John McCain.
Gosh, it sure is a pleasure, Mr. McCain. How do you two know each other?
Oh, Rush and I used to solve mysteries together back in the day.
I don't understand, John. The groundskeeper said he saw the mummy burning the flag. But mummies don't hate America.
They sure don't, Rush. But Democrats do.
Ruh-roh, Democrats.
Oh, it's okay, hot dog. But I think it's time we unravel the mummy and the mystery.
I don't get it, John. How's a pig gonna help us lure the mummy?
Rush, I've never known a Democrat to pass up pork. Gotcha!
Now, let's find out who you really are.
It's Old Man Barney Frank!
And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling Republicans.
Thanks for all your help, Globetrotters.
That was a cold swish. Put her there.
Oh, no.
Look, Brian, all I'm saying is it's not normal for people to change their political views so radically overnight.
Lois, no offense, but you don't exactly know what you're talking about. I mean, you're not exactly a fountain of political knowledge yourself.
You want to know what I think is happening here?
Oh, this should be rich and overtaxed.
I think you just gotta be in the out group. Whoever's on top, whoever's in power, whoever's successful, you gotta be on the other side or you don't feel like the smartest guy in the room. All you are, my dear, is a contrarian.
Oh, please, you could not be more off base.
Oh, yeah? Let me ask, what did you think of the movie Titanic?
Horrible. One of the worst movies ever made.
How about...
Wonderful to see you all. The kids are getting so big, especially Chris. Is he diabetic?
We don't see doctors, but we're pretty sure.
May I take your order?
Crayons and a silly map, please.
Excellent choice.
We interrupt this program for a Channel 5 special report. Good evening, Quahog. The Exxon Pewterschmidt has crashed and released millions of gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico, contaminating marine life and causing irreparable damage to the ecosystem. 2 anonymous whistleblowers blame negligence.
They cut corners left and right. This was inevitable.
What happened to the oil-covered little crab?
He had to leave.
Did you eat the little crab?
They cut a lot of corners.
Oh my God, those poor fish.
They're in water. If they can't get clean in water, where can they get clean?
This is serious, Daddy.
Sweetie, if it was so serious, we'd flip to me in a boardroom with a crisis team. I didn't grab my drink.
Mr. Pewterschmidt, it's imperative we do immediate damage control or your stock will plummet.
See what I'm doing here? The throw the money at it gesture. Pay someone to do something worse so everyone forgets my thing.
Cue the video.
Hi, I'm Joseph Hazelwood, former captain of the Exxon Valdez and 1987 Anchorage Ballroom Dance Champion. That gets a little overshadowed, but it doesn't diminish the accomplishment. Anyway, as someone who single-handedly spilled 11 million gallons of oil into the Prince William Sound, I know a thing or two about evading responsibility. Just find a scapegoat to blame it on. The number 2 man in the company, or a relative. Perhaps a son-in-law. A simpleton to blame things on.
There's some kind of force field.
Daddy, you are not blaming this on Peter.
Some other options are a donation and a photo op at an orphanage, or building a Holocaust memorial.
Ugh, haven't those Nazis been praised enough?
Hello, hello. Welcome to Our Lady of the Immaculate Anus.
I think that word is Agnes.
Oh, no. That's the only reason I volunteered here.
I need a photo with an orphan. Are you in charge?
Oh, no. I just volunteers on weekends. I love kids, and I'm an expert at going tisk, tisk, tisk.
That one looks the least filthy. Okay, let's get a picture so I can get out of here.
I bet you're only here because you did something bad and think a photo with an orphan will fix it.
Well, duh.
Then if you want a photo, you have to buy me candy.
I'm not buying you candy. Go to hell.
There's plenty of other CEOs who will. And Andrew Cuomo.
Who wants to see my nipple rings? Now bring that face over here for an unwanted smooch.
Okay, fine. We'll go across the street to Rexall's and get some menthol jellies. You like menthol jellies? Oh, what am I saying? Every kid loves menthol jellies. What's going on? Do you have Parkinson's?
No, I'm skipping.
Skipping? Never heard of it. Hey, how many of these orphans are really just adult little people hiding from the law?
Just the ones in large bonnets smoking cigars.
My people groped Judy Garland something awful. Look it up.
Kind of a dick move to open a candy store across the street from an orphanage.
Sorry, we have to hold an adult's hand when we cross the street.
No, it's fine. I just can't remember the last time someone